the ancient Maya. Once one of the world's greatest civilizations, they suddenly vanished, leaving only abandoned cities behind. Now, my goal is to find out if this culture's warriors played a part in their mysterious disappearance.
Man, I've never seen anything like this. When those guys came around the corner, I felt like I was literally in another world.
This is an ancient ball court, and it's the next step in my journey to discover the Maya warrior.
This is the Maya ball game, but it's way more than a sport. For these players, the difference between winning and losing could literally mean the difference between life and death.
The Juego de Pelota, or Maya ball game, was a centerpiece of their culture. Sometimes even a substitute
Awesome.
for war.
So the goal was to try to get the ball, the pelota, through that hole, through the hoop.
That's right. The basic rules are that you have to hit the ball with your forearms, your chest in special occasions, your thighs and your hips.
So the stakes were very high in this game sometimes.
They would play the game, and whoever lost the game would be sacrificed.
Wow.
The ball game plays a key part in the Maya creation myth, where the head of a god is used instead of the ball. And prisoners forced to play this game may have suffered the same fate.
All right, so now I'm getting sort of geared up with some of the equipment they use. And I'm putting on right now like a forearm guard. It kind of feels like something you use maybe in martial arts or in football. I think there's also a part of the ritual of getting dressed for battle or a game. There is when I played football, you're putting on your pads. It is when you're getting your body armor on. It's a ritual, it's a way to do stuff, and that's what's going on right here. Bueno. Now here they come.
This was the first game ever played with a rubber ball, long before modern sports. And it is not easy.
It's kind of... This is really hard to do, man. It's coming from all angles. Nice. You can see this would take a lot of body control. I mean, you're also working on a sloping ground and a wall that slopes out. So there's like, you got to play all these angles. It's a really fast-moving game. So it gives you an idea of just how athletic you had to be to successfully play the pelota ball game. Awesome. Anyway, listen. That's awesome. So right there, you got the pro. He does it once, and in it goes. The commonality of sports and the building of like a warrior ethos and a way of fighting through pain and discomfort is here, even in this right now. And you can just feel it, man. You can feel it in where we are and what we're doing.
6th century. The Maya world is rocked by war for conquest, and Tikal is about to become a victim. Calakmul and its alliance of city-states, known as the Snake Kingdom, has Tikal surrounded. In 562 AD, they attack. Tikal, once a Maya superpower, falls in defeat. For the Maya, defeat meant capture and sacrifice. Following the battle, some prisoners were forced to help construct hieroglyphic staircases telling the story of the battle they had just lost.
When they had finished building the monuments chronicling their own defeat and capture, the prisoners were sacrificed, their bodies tied into bundles and thrown down the steps that they themselves had built. Warrior cultures have a lot of weapons, but I can't think of a weapon that's more prevalent in more warrior cultures than the spear. I've used and trained with a lot of spears, And what makes the ones that Samuel and I have different are that they're made with obsidian blades. This is volcanic glass, and it is literally razor sharp. Now, the one I'm holding right now is kind of shorter and thicker. This would be better in the thick jungle fighting. A long shaft would kind of get in your way. This is a short, stabbing, up-close, in-your-face spear with a lot of slashing capability with this wide blade. So, if I was fighting Samuel and he had a longer blade, I would want to try to get inside the range and then open him up. I want to eliminate his reach and get inside of him. If I had to use this one, this has got a much longer reach. And if you see the difference, the point is different. It's longer, thinner, made almost exclusively for stabbing. So my goal here is to take advantage of this length, keep Samuel at bay, stab him, and then try to wait for him to make a mistake. The Maya warriors were well versed in the use of both of these spears, and this, coupled with their other weapons, made these guys really fearsome fighters.
And the key to their most deadly weapons was the blade.
For all their amazing advancements, the Maya were a Stone Age culture. They had no metal to work with, but they had this, obsidian. This is volcanic glass, and they used this to make literally the sharpest blades on Earth.
And they did it through flint knapping, an art that's over 2 million years old. The goal is simple. Hit the edge of the obsidian to fracture a piece off the bottom without shattering the edge.
You can see the cortex.
I heard it go. Actually, I heard that go when he hit it right. You can hear it. You actually hear the rock fracturing. Oh, man, you got it.
So
look at what he just did. This is literally like a scalpel. I mean, we're talking about something.
It's sharp.
This is
It's
really
sharp,
this is
yeah.
Well, I know it's sharp. I've had experience with
Yeah.
this. This is sharp stuff.
And it's not just the flakes or blades that are broken off that are useful. The core that flint napper Jim Wynn is sculpting will be a double-sided spear point or knife.
That already looks dangerous, man. You forget out here in the modern world just how vital an edge is, a really sharp edge. I mean, I've got a knife, you know, and I carry this around without really thinking about it. This is everything, man. It's not, a weapon is a small piece of it. The tool aspect of it, to be able to cut things and make things, key, isn't it?
yeah, it's like fire making. I mean, it was a big one in our cultural evolution. You know, it's,
Yeah.
you can see how
That's
that.
amazing. I'll have to try one of
You
these
betcha.
here.
Yeah, let's get you started on this.
Okay.
So you just want to just kind of punch it in there like that, and ideally hit it right there. If you hit too close to the edge, it's gonna crumple. Okay, that's good. Cool.
Well, I crumbled it. That was a little
No,
too
that's-
close to
it's
the
not
edge.
bad.
All right. Maybe here.
Try there. Yeah. Okay, you're hitting it too high.
Too high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why the
I-
flake won't release.
Subtle stuff. It's there. It's got too much to hold together.
For the first stages of this process, hammerstones like sandstone or quartzite are used to remove large flakes. Now, I'm switching to a softer antler billet to remove even thinner blades.
How many people get to say they make a stone tool? Come on. Okay, so let's
All
try
right,
it.
man. There you go. Now keep that intact. Yeah.
Wow, I actually
Awesome,
felt it
man.
fracture all the way down to my hand.
That was a good one.
How cool is that? Look at that. I mean, it's a bendy spear point, but this is a pretty big piece. And you know what? Every edge on it is sharp as heck.
Right here where my finger is.
Okay,
Yeah. And hit it down and hit it hard, man. Oh, God, that's nice. I love it. Yeah.
All right, so let's see some of the cutting power on the leather right here. Wow. Do you hear that? Effortless. Cut through some thick hide right there. So you can imagine the power of this as a tool and a weapon.
7th century. War has ripped the Maya world apart from within. Tikal, once a center of Maya power and culture, is in the midst of a dark age. For 130 years, monuments and building projects fall entirely silent. But a new king intends to reverse the city's fortune.
Tikal was defeated by the type of warfare they first introduced, but a ruler was coming who would change that. And for the rest of the Maya, the worst of this warfare was still to come.